Welcome to the Market Mindset. We are the hub for news, results, and CEO interviews focusing the junior commodities sector. We provide market analysis and perspective that will help position you for solid returns. If that sounds like something you're interested in, you can help support us by liking this video, subscribing to our channel, and clicking the notification bell. For more info, you can visit our website. All links are in the description below. Now let's get into today's video.
Happy Family Day. We've got Austin out here today.
I made it in the flesh.
We're pleased to have you. Today is meme day. There'll be almost zero educational value today.
The level of intellect required for today's show is down here.
So we just thought we'd have a little bit of fun. We'd look at some memes that might be a bit edgy, but mostly I think we're going to play it pretty safe here. And stuff just about the market and just get some laughs, over the course of the last year. So we're just gonna let Adam surprise us, and So this one's a great one. Yeah, this one, I love this one. You see the three waves there of what's coming for 2022. That says a lot.
It does. It speaks to me on an emotional level.
It's visceral. So yeah, watch out for 2022. Some of these are pretty dark memes, but I always find it kind of funny. But this is a favorite of mine. I love this one. So yeah, this one is great because you kind of look at some hoaxes in the period of time that we've all been on this earth. Is that you think that it takes a level of sophistication to get people all on board with some idea? We've quickly found out it doesn't.
Yeah,
and people will dismiss all data and go with a narrative, especially if the narrative. Like in this case, like a kid. Well, why not tell the kid a lie? It's just fun. It's a heartwarming story.
Just Santa.
It's just Santa. They'll grow up. They'll find out it's no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
And there's truth to that. But that's been applied to many different scenarios in the world today. We'll leave it at that. Do you want to take that one? I love this one.
Oh my God. This one's great.
Can we blow this one up a bit?
Yeah, if we can get this one a little bit bigger as well. How the media reports the news these days in one meme, and it's just I like it because it's the struggle to keep the head above the water. Oh my God, I'm drowning underneath the weight of my own things that I've unloaded around. But I just think it's too funny and it speaks so.
That's great. I mean, there's so many videos if you look on YouTube of mainstream news being caught doing this type of stuff.
Yeah.
Framing things this way. And this isn't just because of it being a political motivation. Sometimes it's just that they have to make something boring seem very, very exciting. Yeah. One of my favorite ones it's an older one from CNN where they're talking about like flooding and a hurricane. And she's like up to her waist in water. So she's somehow managed to get into one specific little place, and then behind her, a guy just walks by in the water.
Yeah.
So either that was Jesus, or
which it might have been. But I mean, that's because you got to remember with these companies as well as like they're about generating clicks, right? They need viewers, they need clicks, they need people turning into their content. So you have to be able to frame it in a way that even if it is a little deceitful, it's a business at the end of the day, right? And that's what I think people tend to forget.
What do you got next for us, Adam?
Let's see.
Let's see here. This one might get us in a bit of trouble.
This one is.
But it can't because that's factually correct.
Yeah.
You have no protection against. You can't sue any of these companies for any vaccine, and as that's just a legality. And as we know, they changed the definition of a vaccine to when I grew up, and it was up till about 2015. A vaccine provided immunity, so you were immunized or inoculated and immunized from a disease. It's why, like with polio, you didn't have to have 50 shots of polio forever.
Exactly.
And it coming back all the time. The difference with the coronavirus is you'll never get rid of a coronavirus. We've had them since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
So this is pretty straightforward.
Yeah. That speaks for itself.
But it answers a lot of questions pretty quick.
Absolutely. This, I mean,
Yeah.
we just I think this one kind of speaks for itself as well, and we're not taking any shots at anyone in particular.
No, and I'm not saying this is a factual quote, so you don't have to fact check me on this one. I'm just going more for a contextualized thought of what he would think.
What's going on in an individual's brain?
Yes.
Maybe.
Makes sense.
Hey,
it's the science.
Yeah, it is. It totally is. Oh, this one's great.
Yeah, take
this
one.
Inflation 7%. So don't hold your cash in the bank. And there's that is my portfolio there for anyone who's curious. It's all in the red. It's terrible. It's awful. But no, it just kind of goes to speak, it's a funny way of kind of looking at a serious issue, obviously, with inflation. But hey, you know what? It's a battle out there, and
it is. And if you can't laugh, then
you got to be able to laugh at your own misery sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes getting through the pain is only through laughter.
Oh, this is great. I know I've talked about it a few times with the stress that went into day trading GameStop, and I did that for only a week, and this is exactly how I looked at the end of it. That is to scale and accurate representation.
You get that nice translucent glow from staring at a monitor for long enough, I think.
The eyes sink into the head a little bit. Oh.
So I'll let you take this one too, because this is a great scene from Wolf of Wall Street where if you haven't seen it, a lot of people will have seen it, but if you haven't seen it, he asked, sell me this pen. And it's a very good lesson.
It's a great lesson in sales, and I love the scene. And Leonardo DiCaprio does such a good job of it. But I love how the reverse on it is Jim Cramer is bearish on it. For anyone who doesn't follow business news closely enough, good old Jim Cramer over at CNBC. Let's just say he has a habit of not always being correct with some of his takes.
But I mean, he's very entertaining. I mean, I'm not into it anymore. But when it first came out with all the honking and the this and the that, and it's like a circus. He's very knowledgeable. He once was a very good trader, actually. So, but once again, he's been doing this show. He's in media for so long now. I think it's more about the showmanship.
Exactly.
And it's kind of like watching a bit of a what do you call it? Like a sitcom drama kind of. It's not a rom-com. It's a sitcom about the markets.
Well, and he had famously that was in 2008. Was it Lehman Brothers or something like that? And he's like, I don't know why people are starting to panic. Don't sell. Like, stay with them. Stay the course. They're going to right the ship. And 3 days later, they declare bankruptcy.
Yes. And also, you have to bear in mind, this is their job. Like, their job is to, if you came out and said every disaster actually as it truly was, or if you painted an actual picture accurately of what's going on, there would be a lot of confidence would be shook. Yes. So some of these people are there because, once again, you have to remember it's sponsored work. They're advertisers, and that's what pays for the show, and that's what pays the salary. So, it's no different than any other business.
No, exactly. What do you have next for us, Adam? Oh,
beautiful. This is for our technical analysis.
For everyone who really can get behind technical analysis.
Let's pull this one up.
As you can see, according to the data, it's very accurately represented.
So, this is a very easy chart to follow. This is a pretty good, accurate account of what's happening with Bitcoin and most crypto right now. Yeah. So
I think the share float might be a little underrepresented there, Andrew. If you could see by the green lines.
Sure. Yeah. And also, there's one fault I could find is it's hard to see the volume on it. It
could be presented a little bit more accurately, but hey, it is what it is.
It's pretty good.
Oh man, I think we have a few more left in here.
What's this one here?
Oh, this one's great. If we can zoom in a little bit on this one. This is a great scene from Harry Potter. He's asking what happened to him. Why does he look like that? What could have possibly had him feeling so down? He started trading at the beginning of the year. He's had a rough year.
It's been he's got excited about the markets and this newfound respect for.
A lot of the ones that I put in here were me just taking shots at myself and my own trading portfolio.
Well, this is good. It's mixing up a younger generation who are being excited about the markets and looking to see, hey, can I make a go of this especially when the future looks so uncertain. Like,
Yeah.
if you don't know you want to be a doctor, lawyer, engineer, or something, and you think, well, what are the jobs going to be? There's going to be so much automation, and you go, I can invest in stuff. You could have had some good wins, and then also a very stressful year.
Could end up looking like him. Oh, this one's a good one and it goes hand in hand with the next one that's going to come up as well, I think. I meet someone, we talk, I tell them Jerome Powell saved the world. He's our Lord and Savior. For those of you who don't know, obviously Jerome Powell is the chairman of the Federal Reserve of the United States, who has been printing money at an incredible rate. And if we actually go to the next one here, Adam, as well, there we go. There's Jerome and his money printer. So, and again, it's we're kind of laughing at some very serious stuff, and the U.S. Fed will be they will be hiking tightening interest rates.
Well, there's a lot of the investment banks and research groups are saying that there could be 7 upticks this next year ahead. I don't imagine what that's going to look like. That's going to cause some serious issues. But
absolutely,
we shall see what the year has ahead.
But for now, we just keep printing.
Well, they've also admitted that they are committed to printing. So but we'll have to see. I think they'll have to test to see if they with a couple rate increases, but with inflation being as high as it is, and then they start increasing, tightening the money supply. Yeah. Anyways, we shall see.
Exactly.
This is a great one. Everyone has their smartphone. This was actually a broker friend of mine who sent that to me. Now, I don't trade on margin, so it doesn't affect me in any way, but lots of people do.
Yeah.
And there would be nothing more terrifying than some of those days when things were super volatile, and they still are, than getting the call from margin call.
Oh my, yeah. It's just, it would scare the life out of you if it was something that you are involved in trading margins frequently. That'd be a fairly terrifying phone call.
It's great, but it was very clever just to call from margin. Also, by the way, Margin Call, an incredible movie. I would
highly recommend.
Yeah, highly recommend it on a day if you want to watch something I would put it right up there with the Big Short.
Yeah,
if you just to understand how banking kind of works and some of the synergies, they do a pretty good job in it. So it's I think there was just a few more, and I don't know. Yeah, just a few more, and then we'll cut it off. But this has been a good laugh.
And we just wanted to jump on today and kind of crack some jokes. It's a holiday anyways, so we figured we'd take things light, have a little bit of an easier show. So,
well, it's a great one too. When you're talking about Margin Call, Jeremy Irons is in that, and he's an excellent actor. And there's a great scene, and if you want it, I'll forward it on to you. You can find it on YouTube too. But he's like, do you want to know why I'm paid the big bucks? Because he's the chairman of this investment bank, and he goes, because I have to know and make an educated guess about what the music is doing out there. Like, I'm listening to music.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't hear any music. And that was him describing 2008. Yeah. So I imagine in all these investment banks, they're all kind of listening, going, what are we like? What is happening?
Yeah.
Now, granted, a lot of them are all on board. With this kind of push to a new future. So a lot of them know what's happening, but still playing this out and how it's going to look, this because we've only started this kind of shift.
Yeah.
Like, this hasn't just like the pandemic introduced it. It didn't, and it also highlighted some of the problems that we have. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to make people, sad, but this has just begun.
Yeah.
This whole thing. So let's get back to funny stuff.
Yeah, let's see. I think we've got a couple more here. All right, Adam needs a second. We'll keep riffing for him. He's getting a couple more pulled up there. But you highlighted it's a big shifting time.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of reason to be excited around it too. There's a lot of
there's huge opportunity, and people are going to be annoyed, but it's probably going to be a banner year for oil and gas.
Absolutely.
Because it's one of these, my favorite catch term, unintended consequences of not preparing well enough for a big shift. And we're not quite there yet. I mean, there's so much work that has to be done if you want to try to make this shift into everything electrical. We're just scratching the surface. Mm-hmm. So either way, if you wanted to play oil and gas, you could probably make money this year. And then two, the long game is going to be all this electrification. But we always kind of say at the same time is it's not going to officially start until they recognize and they come out and start cheering for mining.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's just all smoke and mirrors, and it's all politicians talking about stuff until they get on board. They get on board with where these materials come from. This one's brilliant.
Yeah,
I love it.
I love how that came up. You were making a great point there, and I just, oh my god,
perfect timing. Thank you, Adam.
Yeah, that's me there. That's Andrew at the at the Fortune 500 company meeting.
Yeah, that's me at Davos. I think I went to the wrong location.
Yeah, I don't know how you ended up there. I thought we were going skiing in the Alps, and somehow ended up in Davos. But this was great. After obviously when GameStop shares went through the roof, and they're still, GameStop shares are, I think, incredibly overvalued for what the company actually has on board. But this
is also great. There's this high-tech firm called GameStop. I mean, it's just because it's so stupid, but that's what makes it funny.
Yeah.
And you've got all these boiler room guys from Wolf of Wall Street in the back, just like, I've got the next big high tech play.
Yeah, I know what it's gonna be. It's this incredible group, GameStop. They've got this unique technology never before used. I think the scene from Wolf of Wall Street when he's doing that is he's talking about it's a Aerotine technology, which he sells up as this absolutely brilliant, in state of the art, like using different drones and stuff like that kind of company. And it ended up being two guys running it out of their garage in Colorado or something. It was nothing.
Yeah.
But
so that'll be a version of the crypto stories they'll be telling in about 6 months to a year.
Goodness, yeah. I've got this incredible unique token called Dogecoin.
that has a faster hashtag rate, but can you use it anywhere? No, you can't use it anywhere. You can't convert it anywhere. It doesn't can it be tracked 100%. Anyways,
and that last one there was that we'll wrap up on that one because it's pretty funny. But it just said in today's version of The Wolf of Wall Street, everyone's being played by the character of Jonah Hill. And if you haven't seen the movie, Jonah Hill's character in The Wolf of Wall Street is brilliant. He's let's just say not the brightest guy out there. And that's that's the way some of these day trading heroes have gone now. They're not necessarily the brightest guys, but my God, if you get enough idiots to band together, you can make magic happen.
Well, that's the thing is people go, all these people that make all this money, they're so smart. It's like, no. And you're going to find this in the crypto whenever the dust settles. There's too much distraction right now, but all these old tricks and games and all the old, Wolf of Wall Street stuff, the Boiler Room, which is another funny movie, all this stuff and the junior markets that you used to see in Canada as well, just got shifted into crypto because there's no regulation. Like you could say and do anything. Yeah. Now there is regulation now. There's more coming in, but literally all of those old movies were played out in crypto at an alarming rate. And, doesn't mean that there isn't some value there in some of this as well, but it's just funny to see that hasn't changed. Like we didn't learn any lessons from any of those movies. No. They're still doing the exact same techniques, the same types of strategies, and it doesn't make them smart. It just means that you're skirting some things, you're selling hard, and people are making money. And I always say it's not necessarily that hard to make money. It's just, do you want to make money the right way? That's the challenging part. That's the right part. Yeah. And for me, that matters. But making money, not terribly difficult. No,
you can. I remember, we'll wrap it up on the Bitcoin front. I remember having a conversation with a friend of mine. He's, joking kind of off the cuff, but he said, we could totally make our own cryptocurrency and just inflate it and pump it up and then cash ourselves out and away you go. And he's explaining this in a kind of funny way. And I'm sitting there, I'm going, dear God, this would actually kind of work right now. You could totally make that pan out. But hey, it is what it is.
Well, all the people that started all those other coins after making some money in Ethereum and Bitcoin, they created their own coins after that, did just that. And then they also invested in all of the Binance, the
Coinbase,
all the other things. So when you cornered the market and you were the first one in, you have to create a secondary market to be able to sell into.
Exactly.
So just keep that in mind. Yeah. Anyways, happy Monday. Happy Family Day. Great to have you out, Austin. Yeah. And let's have a great week.
Yeah. Take care, guys.